going to go ahead and get our program started. If I could have your attention. Hotsong bo me le bo indate. Good evening. And thank you for joining us here at Kick4Life. For 10 years, Kick4Life has been changing and saving lives, and I'll repeat that, changing and saving lives here in Lesotho. And we are here with you tonight to celebrate that anniversary. So first, please allow me to pay my respects to His Majesty the King, the Right Honorable the Prime Minister, members of Cabinet and former members of Cabinet that are here, His Lordship the Chief Justice, Their Excellencies, heads of diplomatic missions and international organizations, senior government officials and distinguished guests, and ladies and gentlemen. Kick4Life is a unique football club and a unique organization. As a charity and a social enterprise that financially supports our programs, our mission is to change lives and long-term prospects of vulnerable youth here in Lesotho. We do this through a wide range of social development activities focused on health, education, and support for sustainable livelihoods. Now, our approach is based on the belief that football clubs do not always have to run for profit. And we think that we can more effectively leverage the enormous wealth and influence of the football industry for social development by becoming part of it. We believe that this type of model, transcending the football industry and sport for development, is needed to uncap the power of sport for social change. Since 2005, Kick4Life has reached more than 250,000 children and young people through a wide range of activities, from health education, HIV testing, to literacy programs, mentoring, and support for long-term employment. So thank you for joining us tonight.
10 years ago, the Fleming brothers just took a human challenge, and they dribbled the ball across Africa, 250 miles, and it took them 10 days, and they got to Lesotho. It was a nice challenge, but they never thought that today we will be celebrating Kick4Life. They never thought that that day, that will be the day when Kick4Life was born.
Over the last 8 of the last 10 years that Kick4Life's been around, I've been very privileged to know 2 brothers who grew up in a town 20 miles away from where I lived and where I grew up in the UK, and it's also a big football rivalry. I've been able to see over the last 8 years how much Kick4Life has grown from a small organisation that had a small office in a Centre Bale office to an organisation that you see today. So my very, very short job tonight is to introduce you to these 2 very special people that I'm very privileged to call not just my bosses, but also very good friends of mine. So please, ladies and gentlemen, will you welcome Pete and Steve Fleming onto the stage.
Well, thank you very much, Chris, for that very kind and generous introduction. Well, 10 years. When Pete and I set off on that dribble across Africa 10 years ago, we never envisaged that we'd be here tonight in Maseru, in this beautiful country, at the Kick4Life Centre. But here we are. It's been an incredible journey. We also never envisaged that we'd meet so many amazing people along the way. And the support that has been invested in Kick4Life by people fundraising, by partner organisations, by our brilliant staff team, by volunteers, by our trustee board who've guided us along the way. Really now, you are Kick4Life, and we're very proud and thankful for your brilliant support over the years. You've seen some of the stats up here, you've heard some of the stories, you've seen the infrastructure. I'd like to take a short opportunity to reflect on really what is the character of this organisation, what are the values that we embody here. The first one is a positive attitude. Always from the start, we've enjoyed what we do here. We've had belief that we're doing the right thing, and I think really we've embraced fun in the activities that we do, and it's particularly important given that we're trying to encourage young people to engage in something that they want to do, and to give them the confidence and self-belief that they can go on and do anything that they want to do in their lives. So we have to live and breathe that philosophy ourselves as an organisation, and particularly our team here in Lesotho do that on the ground. The second characteristic, I think, is innovation. We've innovated constantly. When we first set up a small health education and HIV testing project, we didn't realise that we'd go on then to do intensive and holistic support for the most vulnerable young people. We certainly never envisaged a restaurant that would generate income and provide employment and training for young people. But alongside this innovation, we've always had strategic focus. Our mission to change the lives of Basotho youth and to provide them with opportunities to achieve their potential. So while we've innovated, we've always done it within those parameters. And the third factor, and I believe it's probably the most important one, is a sense of humility. We like to celebrate our successes. We're proud of what we've achieved, but we know that the route to success is hard work. It is not being afraid to make mistakes, but learning from them. It's always trying to improve what we do. It's embracing partnerships. And again, it's our team in Lesotho that most embody these values. So what about the future? What about the next 10 years? Well, we've got some very, very exciting plans. And we want to continue being a part of the national effort to address HIV/AIDS in this country. We want to expand the Kick4Life Academy, where we're working with some of the most vulnerable young people in Lesotho to provide them with opportunities to move from a place of extreme disadvantage to one where they have the opportunity to go on and do whatever they want to do, whether that's achieving employment within our own social enterprises or externally, whether it's providing support for young entrepreneurs to go on and be the future business leaders of this country, or whether it's creating sporting talent who can go on and represent the country in Lesotho and overseas. And the third element really is developing the organisation as the world's first football club dedicated to social change. As Rhett said, we have a really strong belief that football can and should do more. It has so much potential. So we want to develop the Kick4Life Stadium here to grow our supporter base. The stadium will be the first football stadium in the world with inbuilt health education and testing facilities. We want to have an AstroTurf pitch out there that can be used all round and that can be used to nurture some great talent here to develop football in this country. But we want to use this to change lives. That's the fundamental purpose. I saw a quote on social media recently which said along the lines of, "We alone cannot change the world, but we can cast a stone that sets off a ripple." That's what we want to do here at Kick4Life FC. We want to create an example, a model that can be replicated in other countries and that can have an effect on the football industry globally. We're really excited by this. We hope you are. We hope you'll be part of our future journey. We need your support. And thank you once again. And please have a great night tonight. Thank you very much.